Yo, it's the No Bluff podcast.
We live.
It's your boy Dev that dude on Twitter and Instagram.
What's good? It's Troy TBS.
Tay, y'all know what it is.
And we back.
We
Hey, I don't know what you was getting at there. This shit sounded kind of sketch, bro. You're gonna be checky with a minute.
we.
Tay, I know what it is. Oh man.
No.
Oh shit.
With that said, hilarious. We back, episode 8. How y'all feeling?
Man, back
I'm
better
good,
than ever.
Man. It's a Thursday. We shoot on a Thursday, so it always feel a little bit better with it. It feel a little bit better that we the week almost over, man. Facts. Got a lot of hot stuff to get to. So,
Boys got anniversary. What you got up your sleeve?
Man, that's real. So, look, man, this is.
No, you can't talk too much right now, but
right.
Yeah, I mean, it's the 4-year boy, so it's definitely special. It came at a perfect time in 2020, but we probably just do some dinner, nothing special, because we're going out of town in 2 weeks. So we road tripping to Georgia, so we got to save that chicken for then.
Right. Shit. Honestly, it probably help us pandemic time. You can get your chef on.
Me, I'm about to whip up some garlic Parmesan wings as soon as we get off.
Sound glitchy. Nigga might have to make a trip up. Invade your party. But shit. Yeah, it's definitely good to shoot on Thursdays, I feel like. It's been a nice little vibe. Give y'all a quick weekend pod. Listen to it before the weekend ends or at the beginning of next week.
Mm-hmm.
But
whenever y'all can get to it. Shit.
Right. Whatever your day is. It could be Wednesday. It could be next Thursday.
Mm-hmm. You can listen to episode 5, 6, 7. You could binge listen, and if you don't want to hear some of the music, we got the descriptions right there. Just listen to what you want to listen to. Facts. It ain't that deep.
Facts. We y'all got careers and jobs. We busy, but we still putting this shit out for y'all. So
on me,
fuck with us.
Right.
We're grinding.
We're grinding. Hopefully, y'all enjoying this shit.
Troy, I had a quick. I know we're about to get to the music. I want to ask you something, Troy, for the longest, bro.
What's up?
Because you're the only one with a kid.
Mm-hmm.
What is that love like? That's something we always hear about, like the love, like when you holding your baby girl in your arms, you look into it. What's that love like? That's something I've always wanted to ask somebody I know.
This shit is really then undescribable. Like when people be saying that, and you kind of hear parents say it, and you like, oh, whatever, they just trying to sound, proper, the right thing to say or whatever. But it's really it's like something you can't feel unless you just in a situation. It's like it's down there like yourself. It's like you reproduce yourself, you and the person you love, y'all combined, y'all love basically and produced another human being. So it's like kind of like yourself and the person you love, another person that you love the most in one little body. And it's like, so it's like down there like you raising yourself over, and you get to see like your lover as a kid and you as a kid, one person. So it's like, I don't know, it's so like out of body experience. Like you would just be staring at your kids sometimes like, what the hell? Like you notice certain things you did, you'll just see your features in them, see your characteristics, both of y'all in them. And so it's just like an ongoing fucking movie, like an experience that you just, it's part of your life now.
I once had a homie tell me also, and there's something else I don't know. He said when he always had respect for his lady. I think they were engaged at the time. He was like, when I saw her like give birth to my child, he was like, my love and respect for her went to like another level. Can you touch on that?
Oh yeah. That's facts. Like it's the shit that you go through. Like my own, and when we first decided, or not decided, when we first realized we was pregnant, my own like kind of mission in my head was like get her through this pregnancy as low stress as possible. Like get her, make sure she try to be as happy as she can be, do things I need to do for her. She don't even know that like, I had this plan in my head, but I'm like, I need to try to get her through this pregnancy, you know, the least stress as I can. Try to be extra nice to her, let her get a little shit off I wouldn't normally let her get off. Like
you took the tongue lashes.
Yeah. Just I need to just do whatever I can to make this, you know, as smooth as possible for her sake and for our child's sake. And, but the whole process is beautiful, man. It's like you just there for every step of the way of, you know, the miracle of creating another life, another human being. Yeah. And like you said, the labor thing, that's when it really hits you because you see everything they go through during labor. You like, oh my fucking God, like the pains and shit they be going through, and you be like, damn, they going through all this. Like my girl personally, she did 36 hours. She was in labor 36 hours.
Damn.
Yep. She was in labor 36 hours. A couple like minor complications, everything. End up having to do an emergency C-section. So just like a lot in a short time frame that she had to go through, you know what I'm saying? Just with the contractions, everything, period. First of all, you already been having the fucking nuisance of having a child on you for 9 months. Then the day comes and, you know, you got the contraction pains, you worry, is the baby all right? You just want to get through your labor successfully. You got the anxiety of the doctors and are they going to do everything right? It's a lot of shit that they go through. And you just gotta respect it. Like it do open up your eyes, and you respect women, period, on a whole new level. Man, and the woman that you with. So yeah.
Man, see they strength and the power. And we kicked it off with something like that, but that been weighing on me. I want to get asked that. I appreciate that that feedback.
Yeah, that's deep. That shit's deep, bro. Like in general, like I can only imagine, like you said, having yourself and your significant other in a form of a child. Like
that's deep, bro.
Man. Boys ain't ready for that yet.
It's a dope experience. I wish it for everybody though. Everybody who wants that experience and ready for that responsibility. I wish that for everybody because it is truly a joy and a gift of life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that you have with you for the rest of your life. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, Dev, you got the tough job of transitioning from that.
Man, I don't even know if I can transition
to
from
music.
That. All right.
Shout out to all the parents. We ended like this. Shout out to all the parents out there.
Right. Shout out to the fathers and their kids' lives for real. That shit makes a difference. Like as somebody that grew up in a single parent home and my pops helped raise me, actually, I know how being a male with a male figure in your life, or even a daughter with a male figure in your life, can make a huge difference. So, even shout out to the people out there that ain't like the original parents of somebody's kids and they help raise them. That shit's amazing too, because some of them, all of it helps. Like all of it helps. It takes a village to raise children. So it's not an easy task.
Facts. That's the realest. You definitely need a big support system. As many members of that village as you can have, the better.
Facts. So with that said, Troy with the amazing insight, but I'm just going ahead and get into it, man. I don't know any other way to get into it. There's not a lot going on this past week, but some stuff coming up, some stuff happened. Y'all want to go ahead and start off with the big topic? We might as well get into it. The Tory Lanez. We talked about it in the last episode. Tory Lanez said he was going to address everything at 9 p.m. Pacific time. Little did we realize that was 12 Eastern, and that's when music drops. So Tory decided to put out a whole project. He self-named, right? Daystar is the album name, and he addressed in the album a lot of the situations that's been going on. He's been quiet about the last 2.5 months. Honestly, I know it's been getting a lot of backlash about it, different opinions. Some people haven't listened to it yet. Some people, just don't want to hear it. But I just honestly wanted y'all opinion on the fact he released the album last week in light of everything that's going on, and instead of making a verbal announcement or whatnot.
Man, I'll just kick it off because mine real simple, man. I thought what he did last week was pretty disgusting. I didn't respect it then. I haven't given it much thought. The first 2 days kind of bothered me. Stopped thinking about it, but my perspective haven't changed. Not only did he make this announcement saying, okay, I'm about to address this issue. That's a very serious issue that alleges violence against, forget that she's a star, music star, but a woman. You allegedly shot a woman. He makes his big announcement, this big hoopla to suck in fans. Damn, the White Sox just lost. He do all this to suck in fans. You get them on your channel. You get them on your page. And I don't know how he addressed it, but then that's just a ploy. You use it as a ploy as a rollout. He used it as a rollout to roll out new music. Some people could say that's cunning and smart, but I would say what also was super insensitive about him, that came right on the heels, whether he planned it or not. He got to know this. I know you're from Canada, bro, but you got to be plugged into what's happening here. The whole African-American community was pretty upset about the non-charges against the people that killed Breonna Taylor. So we already coming off the heels, and people say, no, that ties together. The whole country was emotional. You allegedly committed. So we got a black queen, which Breonna Taylor was, and definitely is now her legacy cemented, who didn't get justice for her. Then you allegedly shoot another one of our black queens. And it's like at some point, and then you drop this music. And then I just I didn't care to listen to the music. I got some more opinions I'm going to hold up. I didn't care to listen to the music because all of this is just too close, bro. At some point, we got to care about our black queens. Not even like simping. I ain't one of them guys. But for real, like this, you can't just shoot a black queen and drop some music and I'm going to listen to it. Because I don't want to listen to it. No matter what you got to say. And I'm going to pause on that one. Let y'all jump in.
I guess I'll go in. Us coming in, we talked about it briefly, like we said last week. Initially, I was feeling the same way, like, I don't care what you got to say. I don't care about the music. And then, like, I just had to take time with it. I often analyze things, my opinion on things, challenge my biases, see do they still hold up if I'm on the opposing side of my own belief, my own argument. For him, and it was just like, okay, if I'm in that situation, what if I really didn't do it? Or what if there's more to the story? Like, I could just see as a man, if I'm like, damn, motherfucker don't even want to hear him out. Like, it's one thing if we got facts, but the story is incomplete. So I'm like, I got to hear both sides. I got to hear him out. Right now, I'm on Meg's side because that's the woman and that's the times we in. Not saying that we shouldn't be in her favor, but it is just the times we in. Like, if you come out and you ain't in woman support, society gonna look at you funny. But besides that, like we said, we are in times where it is important to, for women to be heard and tell their truths. And so I don't have no gripes with Meg, nothing like that. My only thing is, I go off facts.
What facts did he give you, Troy?
He didn't give me no facts. He gave me his side, and she gave me her side.
But his side, from what I heard, his side didn't give any. His side is I just didn't do it. He didn't tell us what exactly happened that transpired in the car. She was out the car, so you got to know what transpired.
Well, from his side of the music, that was in the music, they were at Kylie Jenner's house, or some type of function with Kylie Jenner. They were in a pool. He was in the pool with Kylie Jenner. And just to get all the context that he said in the music,
let's drop it.
Him and Meg had been fucking. They've been fucking. They down there fucking with each other.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't really say they was in like a relationship, but I get the vibe that it was kind of like a situationship. There's feelings there, but they're not in a relationship. Okay. They've been fucking. They've been having sex. They've been vibing. Feelings there, but no relationship. So now they at this party or house gathering, whatever you want to call it, celebrities do in Calabasas, California shit. From what I gathered, Meg was invited to this situation, and she invited Tory. And so I guess throughout the course of the evening, Tory's like he said he already been kind of feeling Kylie, like, so he get
a
his
crush on her from what he said.
he got a crush, so he get his opportunity. He at the spot, and, you know, he in the pool with Kylie, so he like, shit, this is my opportunity. I'm at least
He
flirt.
lame.
Hold on, I'm
My
at least
bad.
flirt. I'm at least flirt with her when I got this opportunity.
Buckle up.
I'm a single man. I don't got no girl. Like, yes, is it shit, as we could say nowadays, toxic or whatever? Like, yes, you know this girl got feelings for you, and you gonna, you know, flirt with this other girl in front of her face. She's gonna feel away. Any man know how that's gonna go. Any experienced man, yeah, they know how that's gonna go. And so I think he really probably did it intentionally. You know, he might have really, you know, liked Kylie, but find her attractive. What man? Too many men that don't. But I think he intentionally was kind of like putting that sauce on it to get Meg angry for whatever reason. We don't know exactly what transpired that might make him want to make Meg feel away, but he did. That's my belief. And so Meg sees the shit. She leaves, and I guess she's cursing and shit. She's upset. She's, you know, drunk, intoxicated. Basically got me fucked up. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Storms out, the friends, all that shit. So he goes and follows her. He said he didn't realize it was going to be that big of an issue.
He lame.
So he goes and follows her and shit. And I guess they leave. They all leave in the car, and boom. Whatever transpires from there, we don't really know.
Yeah.
So he sucked us in. He sucked you in. He couldn't give his narrative. He had to make coins off telling his narrative. He had to put it in a song, package it, make an announcement, and then he give you the details leading up. So you give me all the details that lead up to what, but you still don't say what transpired in the car. He gave no facts.
You have a case.
That's what he was saying. He has a case, so he can't really disclose everything. But what he can say is, and this is my perspective of it too, kind of what Troy was saying, was what she says happened it wasn't exactly how it happened. She was lit. She says he shot, you know, he did that to her, whatnot. He shot her. And part of it's like, he's basically saying her friends and her team is boosting her up to say, yeah, he did all this shit. Like trying to make it seem like he intentionally did whatever happened. But what really happened was, and we don't know, that's the thing, we don't know specifically, could have been a tussle between him and one of her girlfriends or something. A gun was involved, and Meg accidentally got shot in the foot. Gun shouldn't have been there in the first place. I do agree there. But as far as what he's saying from his perspective is, Meg's pointed out as if he intentionally was trying to harm her. But he literally said in the whole album, like, he's never, you know, had any physical altercations with her before then. None of that. So from his perspective, all he was trying to do was clear up the fact that he didn't shoot her. And he even thought that he even said on the album, he thought that shit would die over and they would be cool again. Like, he wants to be cool with her still. On some wild shit. Like, yeah.
That nigga corny, bro. Are y'all not hearing all this cornball behavior? We just outlined?
It's some corny ass shit.
So you not even invited. You ain't even on the A list to get to the crib, right? To get to the Jenner's crib. You get to the crib via invite. Yo, and you gotta know,
chick you already messing with.
Right. By a girl you messing with, and a girl you messing with ain't no random girl from Toronto. It's
Hold on.
Meg.
I can't let you do that. Like,
what?
I can't let you do that.
What?
As a man, especially as a single man, you out here, like, if you got a chick and she invites you to somewhere popping, that's not a knock on you.
No, I'm not saying it's a knock on you. It's a knock on you. I'm just saying you got there via her. I'm not saying that's a knock, but I'm saying you at this spot because of her, and then you flirting with another shorty when you know this girl right here, and you know Meg, her personality. Mm-hmm. And then you still flirting with another woman, bro. You Tory. You can get at Kylie another time. Maybe not in person. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you could slide in her DM. She know who you are. She'll at least check the DM. You could shoot your shot another way. But you flirting, that's crazy disrespectful. And then the whole—
Why is it disrespectful? I just want to be clear. Why is it disrespectful?
It's disrespectful because y'all in the situationship and y'all might not be in a formal committed relationship. Guys love using that word, but y'all got some type of bond that's forged, and you're at the spot because she invited you. So you're like her guest. Like y'all in some capacity. When I invite somebody somewhere, we gonna kick it to some capacity. Like, not like if my wife, if she invite me to a function with her and her friends, we have a talk all the time. Like, don't leave me stranded. Like, you ain't gotta be tied next to me, but show me some attention. Right. I'm here for you. So you should be doing that. And to make that play, I get making he can shoot a shot at a woman. Don't get me wrong. I don't think there's nothing wrong with shooting a shot. If he's trying to upgrade. Mm-hmm. That's what he think Kylie is. But do it over DMs. Do it at another function, bro. I know it's COVID season. COVID gonna be over. Him and Kylie gonna be at some of the same functions, and so that's cornball behavior. And then when you get to the one having a weapon, it's like trash, bro. What you in Calabasas? What they in Calabasas?
Yeah.
Beverly Hills?
Yeah,
Like,
now that part I 100% agree with. Like, the gun shouldn't have been there in the first place. That's kind of my thought on it. But I will say to your comment about him hopping on there, maybe he thought that was his only chance, and he was lit. Like everybody was lit supposedly.
Yeah.
At this
I'm
little
saying
party.
we have to put ourselves in this situation.
Like if you in that situation and you lit, you single, a battered chick walk by, but you just mess with this other little chick, you know you're gonna try to get your little jokes in real quick so she remember you. You gotta make her remember you somehow.
And imagine if we already had a little disagreement that day. Imagine if we already got a little tension.
Okay, but that's fact. Okay, I give y'all that because I've been in a situation where I'm in some situationships and I've been in this, so I ain't gonna be hypocritical. Y'all been around me. I've been in the party and trying to play both sides. We all been there. That's respect. I get that. But what I will say, and I was younger, but as a grown man, which Tory is, I also know that if one of these chicks get wind, it's gonna be some pushback.
Yeah.
You gotta understand once Meg get wind, you got to be cool enough. It's not the same at all, but it's kind of like you said, Troy, earlier when you was giving us some knowledge. Like, look, you know, when your lady was pregnant, you know you're gonna get some tongue lashings. So you got to absorb that like a man. So you got to know if I'm flirting with Kylie and May get word, everybody know how May is. You know she gonna pop off on you, rightfully so. You got to be able to absorb that. You can't get emotional, and I don't know what transpired in the car, but it should take your tongue lashings. Now, I don't know if she rocking his ass or nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's different. I don't know if she gave him an elbow and a two-piece. And you know what I'm saying? I don't know if they got physical that way.
Right.
But if she just cursing you out, you'll be F you. Like, you got to take that, bro.
Right.
And a real dude would know how to take it on the chin.
Yeah, that's the part where I do fault Tory. That's the part where I give him the L. The part about not having control of his gun and the part about being reckless with, you know, woman you dealing with. Like, as a man, like we've been saying, we done been with women. We know, you know, they gift and they curse is their emotions. And you know, if you upset this girl that you're dealing with, or this, maybe he don't know, and now he's learning this valuable lesson. You don't play with no women's emotions because shit like this can happen.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I gave him the L, but I cannot give him the L of, I can't put that on him like he just pointed a gun at her and shot this girl without
we don't know. Yeah. I mean, she said he did, but still, we don't like. We basically kind of convicted him by court of public opinion. Like, she said it, she's the first to speak on it. So him being quiet about it, because of course he did actually go to jail that night and whatnot. So he had a case from the get-go. That's another thing people are forgetting. Maybe he just was advised not to speak on it at all. Like,
he spoke on it in his music where he could make money off of everybody.
I mean, he spoke on it, but not to an extent. All he kept insinuating was, you don't really know what happened at night, and just think about it. He's saying little shit like the fact that they didn't talk about each other's mothers passing and like how much they meant to each other, things like that, like on some like real life, like friendship type shit. And he was saying like he thought that was bigger than that. However, you know, like he's basically saying that he even said on the album, at least, I don't know if you caught that, Troy, but to me, he said something along the lines of, she was cool until, you remember, everybody started clowning her about getting shot and shit. Mm-hmm. And she started getting mad, like, y'all making jokes and stuff like this. And then that's when she came out and said he shot her. It was like after all the memes had passed for a week or two. And she was even silent about it for 2 weeks. Then out of nowhere, she announces that he shot her. It wasn't like she said instantly.
But she said also his team was running to the blogs, putting out misinformation. That's also probably what she said that, right, Troy?
She did say that.
Yeah, she's still saying that, and his team is saying her team put. It's like he said, she said shit.
I just think we can't forget that she is still the victim here. She got shot. Like I don't care about them arguing. Like, she did get shot. Like, she did physically. Somebody shot her.
Right.
And even if, and I don't know what happened, but even if Tory tussling with her girlfriend, he still, it's the L is on him.
Yeah.
Big L's.
Yeah, I agree. I just don't think. I mean, I guess I don't. So don't say I don't think. I just think you know how they always say, circumstance is everything. So what was the circumstances of how she got shot? What was she shot for? What happened? Of course, he gonna take that L for having that gun on him, but it looks worse if he come out intentionally. Let me pull this heater out and shoot at you.
Yeah.
Versus the guns in the situation we all lit, and then your friend grabbed my shit, and I'm trying to get it back and accidentally shoot you, or somebody else shot you and it wasn't even me type shit. Like it could be a number of things. Like what if he didn't even have the gun on him?
What if the friend was reaching for his gun?
Right.
Trying to
and that, yeah, it was some wild shit. Because they was arguing.
You reach for my gun, yeet, yeet, I'm yeeting.
Right.
You
Bro,
reach for my
that's all
you
I'm
reach
saying.
for my Yeti, and I think like it's hostile. You reach for my Yeti? Oh boy.
Man.
That's all I'm reach for the Yeti, boy.
No.
Facts. That's all I was getting at though.
But this is what I will say. This is where I was disappointed in both of y'all. Not like I'm y'all daddy. Not that y'all care. I ain't people say that. Like, not on no disrespect with him. But this is where I was like, man, I gotta call y'all out, man. This is what I think y'all did that was weak. We was in the chat, little insight.
Mm-hmm.
Both of y'all. We talked all this about Tory. The minute, it ain't just y'all, it's a lot of dudes out there. And I was with my black queens on Twitter going in on the black dudes. Because this was kind of suckish. The minute he dropped the music, I ain't gonna lie, this music kind of fire.
Nah, it was the next day, but still.
I said it that night.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to forgive him because the music. So I know people have joking,
no,
but
that
was all over Twitter. People like, man, this music fire, and I'm like, man, good music cannot absolve you from some serious things. Not initially. I ain't saying cancel Tory. I don't believe in no cancel shit. I'm talking people like cancel. I'm talking about just a week after a shooting. Like not a week, but the day after he make an announcement and months after the shooting. And I keep mentioning it. I'm not trying to win an argument, but the Breonna Taylor case was so fresh and everybody was hot. I thought that was corny because we the same culture right now that's sticking up for or against Tekashi. I ain't listening to Tekashi. I don't care how. I never really loved his music to begin with. He had some fire joints. I thought that was weak. I thought that was a weak move, man.
Let me defend myself.
It was a lot of black men I saw on Twitter, and I was with my black queens riding for him.
Right. I respect your opinion on it, but I respectfully decline your opinion and give my own personal one. I will say I was hyped. Like I'm gonna let y'all know how I listened to it. I'm not gonna bluff y'all. What made me listen to it was the night of the album came out. DJ Academic, whatever his name is now, he was on Twitch. And everybody was on Twitter, like it was like he was a trending topic, like DJ Academics lit, sleep, whatnot. And I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck is everybody talking about? So for those of y'all don't know, everybody knows he does everyday struggle, his YouTube and his social media pages. He got into it with Roy from Joe Budden podcast, lit the night Tory Lanez album dropped. But just because he got into it with him because he fell asleep on his Twitch, like he was live streaming the album at midnight, hyping it up and shit, and he fell asleep midstream, and he woke up and somebody said, "Yeah, Roy said such and such, like you need to go see AA meetings or something because as a fellow alcoholic, he know you won." And then academics start going ham like you let other niggas decide how much you get paid and whatnot coming at Roy. So I was looking at all that shit and I'm like, damn, like why are you on Roy head like this? So I went back to his his Twitch to see what all he was talking about, like what was going on. And he was listening to the album and I kind of, he listened to the album. He over there doing the ugly gritty face and shit. And I was listening to while I was watching him get drunk as fucking pass out on his Twitch stream. And I was like, this album kind of heat. I'm gonna have to check that shit out now. Like had no intentions on listening to it till I saw the academic shit. Now to that point, that Roy and academic shit is a whole nother topic. But that's the only reason I even listened to it the day of. But after listening to it the next morning, because I went back and listened to it because of that, I agree with you definitely, Javante, about the Breonna Taylor stuff. But like I said in the chat, I said this in the chat as well. I understand everything going on right now, but I also understand with the music business, if you pick a date, like he could have not known her trial, verdict was going to be that day or anything like that. So I'm not going to put all that on him. Yeah, it was bad timing. If he could have pushed it back, then yeah, definitely bad timing for him. But if he couldn't, then it kind of is what it is, especially the current climate of everything going on with him now anyway. Like I don't think he had the leverage to like let's pull this shit back after I announced this shit or after the labels agreed upon it. And I will say, I do think that was thoughtless though, the fact that he did that with everything going on. But I also don't want to fault him for it if it was out of his control. So that was my one thing on that. Then the other thing was I just didn't want to be on the side, which I also said in the chat is, what if he genuinely thinks, and this is a question I have for y'all in the chat, because I know you kind of got pissed when I said it. What if he genuinely thinks he didn't do anything wrong? Like he didn't shoot her, in his opinion, he didn't shoot her or whatnot, and everything that's being said really is what he's saying. Like we're kind of writing him off without even knowing, like Troy said, the facts. We know what Meg said. Her team put out, made sure they put their shit out first, put it out way in advance, and then we know from his side of things, he's the only one with legal, implications after all this. So maybe it's one of those things where it's a slippery slope for him to say anything. He say anything, they could turn that around in court. Like he said this and this on his Instagram page, and like he threatened her or something wild. Like it could be a number of things. So I do get what you're saying, but I also get like music is the one way he was able to get away with trying to explain his story without fully giving us details. And that's his expression form. Maybe he's not a good talker when it comes to things like that. So I just don't want to fault him without knowing the facts, which we may never know, but that's kind of where I am. And I will say the album was nice. I like the album on top of all that.
Yeah, the music was definitely fire. I've been a fan of his music before this. And so I checked in on it and it was fire again. So let me get that out the way. No trolling with me. No trolling, zero trolling. Just to qualify myself so everybody going forward understands, the listening audience understands something about me. I don't care what your reputation is. I don't care who you are. I don't care your gender is. I don't care what your sexuality is. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I only am judging off of what I know and what are facts. If you a man or you a woman, I don't have no bias. I'm good. I judge off what you done, and I go off your character, and I go off of that, what I know. If I don't know, I cannot hold that to you. This is what I was mainly disappointed by. And it was kind of sad. It made me sad a little bit that, like, motherfuckers they just go off of what is politically correct. Like, they don't have to know the facts no more. Like,
right.
Whatever everybody else on, that's what we going with. It was like, damn.
Yeah, it's kind of like everybody following everybody else's opinion.
Yeah, motherfucker don't even want to hear your side. That's crazy. And it's like more so as a man now. It's like, motherfucker don't even want to hear your side. They don't give a fuck. They don't even give a fuck. They don't care what you got to say. They already made their mind up. This is what we going with. This is what happened. I'm like, damn, society was getting crazy. I see why fucking foreign entities can manipulate motherfuckers through the web and influence elections and all this shit now. I'm like, damn, this shit really crazy. Like, they don't even want to hear the nigga's side. They don't even want to hear his side. They just made their mind up. He shot her. That's the end of it.
That's a good point, and I see partially what you're saying, but it ain't like we just chose a side out of nothing, because like you said, people were clowning Meg, but Meg came and spoke. Meg is someone who has credibility, at least with honesty. Her reputation is being this raw, and her lyrics, she raw, a little raunchy, speak up for the women. Mm-hmm. She came out and said, look, her story seemed credible. She's like, look, I was shot. I went to the hospital. I didn't trust them or the police. I held it down. Like, her story, it ain't like I just believed her. I have my own barometer. I got a decent BS meter. I don't know. It ain't like she ain't lying. Maybe she don't know what happened in the car, but she had a gunshot wound on her foot. And you're right. All signs indicated that it was him. And she did say he shot her. So but she could be getting that from her friend or whatever. We don't know what happened in the car. That's a fact. Right. But we got a lot of information here that just don't look so good.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't want to be misunderstood that criticizing Meg for this. I'm not criticizing Meg for this at all.
No.
It was alcohol involved. Maybe she do remember everything that happened. Maybe she don't remember everything that happened. I believe that she's telling her truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't believe she's lying or nothing like that. I think she's honestly telling her side. Other people are involved. We haven't heard from these other people. And then it's just like, on top of that, so I guess I'll make that point that I'm not really criticizing Meg. This is more so of a Twitter thing.
societal thing.
Societal thing, yeah, a societal thing. Like, motherfuckers don't want to hear your side no more. So it's like, and then it just came off as like a lot of hypocrisy to me. Like, I never heard the outrage for domestic violence like I fucking heard since this situation happened. Maybe I don't know. Y'all tell me y'all heard it. Like, I haven't heard no outrage for domestic violence. Never this loud. I didn't know people cared so much, and we should, but I didn't know people cared so much about domestic violence. I never know people was out marching in the street for domestic violence. They was in their local towns and shit and online all day tweeting about domestic violence. I didn't know people cared this much. So maybe that was just my ignorance. I ain't paying attention. I ain't know people cared this much about domestic violence. I ain't know they was just invested.
I gotta get my jokes off. They ain't care when Solange called Jay-Z in the elevator.
Right. rock my homie. Wasn't nobody outraged at that shit at all.
No.
He's making jokes about it.
Yeah. So
but people do care. People care about domestic violence a lot, and they particularly care when a black man's involved. But let's slow up. That's too deep. That's too deep.
Yeah, we'll get there. That's
too deep.
That's deep as fuck.
Let's not get canceled yet. That's too deep.
Right. So it was just that, and then this the only part I don't condemn people, but hopefully I feel like they're not just blatantly choosing to ignore or reserve their opinion till they get facts. I believe it's just a situation where, domestic violence is a real thing and a lot of people go through it. And so I think people have kind of took this story on. They've made it personal because they have been involved in domestic violence themselves, and it may be triggering for people.
Domestic violence is 100% real, and it happens a lot, especially in young groups. But I tell you what, a lot of it is couples fighting each other.
Yeah.
Obviously, a man should never hit a woman, but it's some chicks out here who will swing on a dude in a nanosecond.
Yeah.
In a nanosecond, she mad at you for you say a curse word at her. She hitting you in your mouth. And there's a lot of people I know personally. I know people that fight couples that fought, and it's scary. So, but I think people care about domestic violence. I think people take it seriously. But this was a step beyond domestic violence. If he actually shot her, because people are like, man, it could have been worse. But we got to see what happened.
Right. That's all I'm saying is I don't want to call him guilty, and he ain't even like been accused or anything from our courtroom yet. He hasn't like been on trial or anything like that. So I'm not going we give people benefit of the doubt all the time for shit. Like, I don't know the full story, so I'm gonna listen to his side. It's in an art form. That's his expression, and I'm gonna take it for what it is. And I'm not going to formulate an opinion off of it, but I'm going to enjoy it while I can, because I don't know who lying of the two. Like, I'm not saying she lying. I'm not saying he lying, but they could have both, like Troy said, they both could have had different perspectives of what really happened. They both could have been lit as fuck and some wild shit happened that, nobody knows. Like, who the fuck knows? Maybe everybody was fucking lit in the car and some shit went down. Shit, I don't know. But what I basically told myself after listening to the album, like, okay, I'm gonna just take this as an art. The art it is. It was expression, his way of expressing things, and it wasn't like some people release a rollout album. They might have one song addressing it. He addressed that shit on like 7 or 8 of the songs at least. So he's talking about it all through the album, talking about people's people giving their insight on it. And I'm saying like he coming at people like kind of like y'all really don't know the whole story from his perspective. He is 100% backing what he thinks happens without literally telling us what happened.
He better have a bombshell. I tell you this, he didn't back himself in a corner.
Yeah,
he better have a bombshell of what happened. And
bro,
it better not be me. He better not come out. It better not be me and her girlfriend was wrestling for the gun, because he gonna look terrible, because he didn't came out swinging like the girlfriend was out the window, flick flick flick. Like he put himself in a tough spot, and I think his career gonna take a bigger nosedive if the truth comes out and he was anyway involved in the altercation with a gun going off, because he coming out talking big spit.
Yeah, it's weird. Like he's still faulting himself even in the music, but he's just saying it didn't go down as it's being portrayed. And with that, he was just saying like, all these people on blogs that was cool with him, they've been cool with him all this time. Kind of like Troy said, just the just the story came out. They don't know any details or nothing. They automatically, oh, fuck Tory. He a lame. He this. Like, already, like, dragging his name through mud. And they was, months before hanging with him, chilling and shit. So I get where he's coming from that perspective. But like you said, like, if the story is as wild as we think it is, then, yeah, he's a cornball. He's still a cornball at the end of the day for having a gun in Calabasas in general. Right. Like, you got security for shit like that, bro. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to just condemn him. Oh, fuck Tory. Like, I don't know what happened. So, I mean, shit, just like we said before, I don't judge people off their affiliation. I judge them off their art. So I'm just judging this for what it was as a project. He's spilling his heart out, his back against the wall. And in that instance, I think he delivered his best work personally. But I think the project overall was dope. If what he said is true, if it ain't true, the project is still dope. But I'm gonna look at it in a different light, of course. If everything that Meg said is 100% accurate, of course I'm gonna have to take that in consideration. Like, bro, you just lied to me a whole album. Like, but shit.
I think y'all should go listen to Tekashi to get his side of the story.
No, I'm cool.
The facts came out. We don't need to listen to
right. It's a difference when we already know what he did. He was pointing, telling, where's Waldo all around the room. Like, he over there. He did this. And the thing about the Tekashi situation is people's lives was affected by it in good and bad ways. His life is better for him, but everybody else that he was affiliated with is probably still in jail, ain't seeing a family or whatnot off affiliation. Yeah, they did wrong things, but he was involved in that lifestyle and he got the backlash of it. So, I mean, it's not DV. It's definitely not domestic violence, but we just don't know Tory's side yet. He ain't get out of court by snitching on anybody. So I know that much. So.
Yeah. If it come out that he did indeed shoot this girl, then y'all will hear me come back on here and slander this nigga.
Yeah.
All right,
I still got slander for him because he shouldn't have had a gun.
Yeah, I'm still looking at him sideways because of how he just handled it. Like, nigga, how do you don't know how to handle your gun, your weapon? You don't know how to handle yourself around women. You don't. What's wrong with you? Like, you still got to hold a cornball card.
He got a lot of sketchy cornball shit going on.
Yeah,
all around this shit.
His whole aura and everything. But look, man, I'll wait and see, man. I'll wait and see. We'll be monitoring this.
For real, facts.
Yeah. Definitely
music.
Yeah. Up. Yeah. So next topic was kind of just want to get y'all opinion on music coming out and the music that came out last week from Bryson Tiller. He hit us with the Trap Soul Deluxe Edition. He was hyping it up.
A decade later.
Yeah, hit us with it 5 years later. Like there's gonna be some new stuff, but turns out that his new project is actually coming this week. So I'm just curious, what y'all expectations with his new work? What y'all think is gonna come?
Yeah, man, when I heard he was dropping the deluxe, initially I was hyped because I was like, all right, we're finna get a deluxe. Trap Soul, honestly, in this last decade is
that
one
shit
of the
was
best.
Reggie.
It's one of
that deluxe project was Reggie.
I'm talking about the original Trap in 2015. I'm saying when that dropped, I'm saying I was geeked. Because when that dropped, that was like transformative. That was in the middle of like when this new sound was really emerging as being a main staple in the culture.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I heard the deluxe was dropping, I'm like, cool. I knew I wasn't getting a full project. I'm like, man, he's gonna give us a nice little 8-9 tracks on the deluxe. I thought it was a little weird. I'm like, why he dropping a deluxe 5 years later? But I'm like, he trying to get some bread. Trap Soul was his biggest project. He gonna go back to that sound, and I was already skeptical because he happy now, and when you lose some of that pain that he was rapping about in Trap Soul, I was skeptical. It was like 4 extra songs on it, and it was weak. I mean, they just weren't very good. One of them was okay. Yeah, one song was okay. But what I think was brilliant by him is that even on the top of the list, his original Trap Soul album, it introduced a lot of new people to his music. And from a tactical standpoint, that was brilliant. Like some of his old songs was back trending, right? They were getting a lot of streams, and he probably made a big buck off of that. Because even me this week, I re-listened to all the Trap Soul because I'm like, the album's so fire. Like the 4 songs trash, but one of them was I like one of them. And so I was like, okay. But then I realized, he's dropping a whole nother project. And so this whole rollout made a lot more sense and was actually kind of brilliant in a lot of ways. He like, no, here, listen to my old music. And I hope he about to get what's his next project. And it's like kind of connecting the two. And so I think tactically what he did was brilliant. And as a musician, I think he's super, man. This dude's one of the most talented musicians out, in my opinion. Just his sound, and people forget he was so ahead of the times with his sound. It's 2015. Trap
Yeah.
Soul, he was first up, and he's still. I went back and listened to Trap Soul, and I listened even to True to Self, which everybody was kind of critical of in 2017. He's just a talented musician. He says a lot with his words. He's giving you a lot of substance with what he's doing. And so I'm super excited for any project from Tilla. And I'm ready. The deluxe, yeah, but it don't. I kind of don't judge it critically now that I see what he did and why he did it.
Yeah. For me, I think it was mid. The deluxe was mid because only, like you said, one of their songs was decent. But as a market employee, it's a perfect move because, like, especially at a time right now where you can't tour, like, hype up your old shit, get some stream numbers there, put out a new album, get some more numbers there. It's gonna give them some money. So I get it from like an artist perspective. It's one of the only ways to make money right now is hype yourself up and make people, stream your stuff. So I am saying, like you said, Javante, I'm looking forward to the new project, but I am nervous. I'm very skeptical because he's in a good place right now.
Yeah,
like, he's happy as hell,
yeah,
and his pain was kind of what made the music so dope.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, I hate to put it, artists say that though, and comedians say the same thing. We get amusement out of their pain or they struggle, but I mean, honestly, that's when they in their most creative spaces sometimes. So I am looking forward to it though. See what he got coming out.
Yeah, I didn't even hear. I haven't even heard the deluxe version, and I guess partially intentionally. Like, I don't need to hear. Like, I agree with Javante said. I feel like it was just part of the rollout, part of the marketing, and so I'm like, okay, dope. Like, you want everybody who either forgot or ain't in tune. Like, you want to kind of bring them into your world and get them prepped for like your sound, your music. And so I do think that was dope. True to Self, I think in that time I was very critical of him because it was just a lot of new energy in that male R&B lane, and it was like, okay, who's the go to this shit? Like, so I had to be a little extra critical of him. But it's still in the test of time. Like, if I go back and play that album, it's still vibes. It's still great music.
I went back. Yeah. It's a fact.
Yeah, it's still great music. And so again, I think he needs to keep going into that realm of like, reintroduce people to who you are. You've been gone for a minute. You ain't push it out in a couple of years. Like, keep easing people into it. So when the album come, they ready. They're already ready to go. I actually think it's going to be fire. I think it's going to be his best work.
I think it's going to be fire. This dude, listening back to, like I said, I want to listen to True to Self because I was like you, Troy. I had this memory of it not being very good, and I was wrong. There's some songs I don't like, but I just listened to him lyrically, and I'm like, he always saying stuff. Like, he got me rewinding because he's talking with that pain. It's like he always having that one-on-one dialogue with a woman. Like, it's real personal, a lot of his music, and I'm like, not a lot of artists can do that. And I think a great album this time put him right back in the mix. I mean, he automatically gonna leapfrog a lot of these guys, and his name can be. He's not irrelevant, but his name would be relevant again musically, like award shows and stuff like that.
What makes
it's gonna be fire?
What makes y'all think is gonna be his best work, or is gonna be fire specifically? Is it just his talent, or?
For me, I think he can still tap into enough pain. I think he's happy now. I think he done had a child, I believe.
Yep.
He in love. So, those emotions that bring a lot out of you. I think his pain more so draw from his complications in the business. Like, I think he's still been trying to like figure out who he is, trying to find himself. So I think in the mix of that and his kind of dating life, his life experiences, I think all of that will, make up the album. So I think he has enough to draw from to really give us that, to still give us that feel that like he reading his diary or journal.
Okay.
Like, I think it'll be enough there. Now he still got to execute and pull it off, but or now I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
I'm on y'all head if you don't.
No. Wait. I want to.
Please do.
Hey, Dev, I think it's gonna be fire. I don't know if it's gonna be his best because Trap Soul set the bar so high.
Yeah.
And I do have a slight fear, like you, Dev, that he is happy. And in my experience, and I'm happy for the artists personally, but a lot of times when they get these nice, fulfilling lives, they lose something because what helps us connect with them. So I do think he can draw from it, but I think he might have a lot of these happy songs. I'm in love with my boo type songs that all the time don't connect. I don't want to really hear about your love life. I want to hear about how you swerved the last few women or your exes. I want to hear about that. So, but I think it's gonna be fire because he's just too talented. And when I'm telling you, I went back and listened to Trap Soul and True to Self both. Listened to Trap Soul twice, and I was just like, people just missing a boat on how talented this guy is.
He's crazy.
Like,
he's crazy talented though.
Like,
he's
dude, like it's next level. So I'm optimistic.
I'm looking forward to it though. We'll see what comes of it.
That's a great weekend album to have, bro. Like just vibe, get you some wine, get with your lady on. That's something you go on the patio with your lady.
Yeah,
sit back, get some wine, smoke a doobie. And you just vibe. Like I'm
that's all up our lane now. We watch gang, so we all cuffed up and kidded up and married up. Shit, that's wash gang material right there. So I'm hoping it's good. I'm hoping he got some, even if it is some happy shit on there, I'm hoping it's some dope happy. You got some dope happy shit too. Yeah. So I'm not gonna make it sound like I just want the nigga to be struggling in life and can't find a woman of his dreams type of pain. But I do like those type of songs for when you getting that vibe or whatnot. Yeah.
I need a little bit of everything.
Go through something. Like give us some of that. Just you and your girl went through something. You made this one track type shit. So give me some of that. That's all I need.
I need the honesty. I need the authenticity. If it's not his best work, I will condemn him. I will slander him.
Wow, you got a top Trap Soul?
Yeah, because of how talented I know he is. Because of Trap Soul, you created Trap Soul, bro. This whole genre of music, like you the face of Trap Soul. So this shit better be trappy. It should better be hit hard beats, and this shit better be soulful. And if it's not that, I'm slandering the fuck out of you.
It got to be better than Raw Wave last project.
Hell yeah. Definitely, it got to be. That ain't
might not
hard.
take much. Yeah, I would say that's a low bar right there.
y'all coming with the disrespect.
He got one song with him crying on it. He already got him.
Y'all coming with the disrespect. I'm still on that Raw Wave yellow school bus.
Street. No, but I'm telling y'all the project I'm excited for. My boy 21 Savage Mode
21.
2. Is that what it's called? Savage Mode 2, I think.
Yeah.
Him and Metro booming again. I'm expecting big things. I don't know if y'all saw the mixtape cover or the album cover. It looked like some classic, like Hot Boy type stuff.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
He's still in London or something?
Nah, he been here, bro. He been here.
No.
Ice got his ass.
He released his album after that goofy shit, didn't he? I think he did. Right after.
Mixtape or something, yeah.
That was the craziest thing ever. Like 21 Savage got snatched up by the immigrant.
Who's like, what?
What?
Bro, the hoodest dude is fucking English. He's an Englishman.
Boy, Trump was on when they were just grabbing folks. They just going through paperwork. They ain't even know it. They had to let him stay. Like, this 21 Savage, let him stay. Nah, I like 21. 21, one of my not favorite artists, but I really enjoy his music just because how different it is, and he really be rapping, and I just like that he got a gangster street side to him that I like, and he got probably some of my favorite ad libs in the game. Probably actually my favorite ad libs. Troy knows since the Jim Jones days when we was in college.
You love ad libs.
Ad libs make or break how I feel about an artist. Ad libs make or break a whole song to me. And like he real sharp with that. On God, I love that.
Right.
On God. He rapping fast. He rapping like on God. He's like on God.
That and he be saying some of the most basic funny shit, but it be sounding so dope in songs.
Yep.
Like 21 is one of my favorite artists personally. I just like his vibe on tracks. I like how he comes on, like you said, his ad libs. The shit he be saying be so wild at times, but it be like dope. But like, it's just he's his own artist, and I like that about his ass.
Hey, Dev, next pod you got to get like five wild 21 Savage lyrics.
I got you. I got to hold me to it. Hold me to it. Remind me in the group chat. Yeah, I got you.
We're gonna do this segment next time.
He be saying some wild ass shit.
He do. It be like, and you got to keep it raw because it be wild and disrespectful.
Yeah, dude. You know what that remind me of? Like a funny tweet segment. We could do funny lyrics, like some shit like that. That shit a hit.
His stuff. I'm gonna remind you, bro. Like,
remind me. Yeah, I got some.
That's funny, bro.
I remember I was listening to his ass with my girl one day. She listened to the same shit I listen to basically.
Yeah.
And he said something on the song. I can't remember off the top of my head, but we was in tears. I was like, he really just said that shit. And he made it sound like it's just normal to say.
Yeah. Y'all know this made me think of y'all know Sada Baby?
Yeah.
Bro, he got a song, bro. It's called Bully Ball. It's hard too, but it's the most disrespectful song. I couldn't even tell like my bosses I like that song, bro. It's hilarious. Yeah, he's funny, bro.
He got his track is a vibe. The one that's been get played everywhere. I can't remember the name of it, but that shit they was playing on NBA Finals last night.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't heard this music.
But he got this song Bully Ball, bro. If we played it, people would be crying. It's the most I mean, it's hard, but he started off as so disrespectful, bro.
he's like a funny, disrespectful dude. Cause my girl brother love him. He was on him like when he got back in like April. He's like, "You heard the Sada Baby dude?" I ain't heard him at all. He threw him on, and I was like, "Damn, this shit kind of vibey," but he be saying some of the goofiest shit.
He
like,
does. Yeah, that Bully Ball hard, but yeah, you gotta do that 21 Savage segment next go.
Oh, I got you.
That's funny.
Now, bringing up Sada Baby, I got a homie look just like his ass. I'm going to send y'all a picture of it. My homie look just like his ass. I was cracking up when I saw that.
Yeah, 21, man. I'm a little worried about 21, to be honest.
Musically?
Yeah.
You ain't like his last project was Heat.
It did. It was like, I guess I don't know how much more he can go. Like, can he get better?
That's a good point.
Honestly, I kind of get bored listening to a whole project for him. That's just me.
Gotcha. He is somebody I would say who needs features to enhance a whole project.
Yeah.
And I think that's why that last project was so fire, because he had some fire. He popped it off with him and J. Cole a lot, was the first record on there. But he had some well-placed features. But he's entertaining to me, but I can see why you say that, though.
Yeah, I don't know what I need from him. I don't know. I guess it just got to be fire, because, like, I'm over. Like, I know he can, you getting Metro beats, which that's also something I'm looking forward to. Like, has Metro's sound changed? Is it the same? Will it still be received well? So, like, I'm interested in that. And then it's like him and Savage again. Like, what can they create? Is it what's going to sound hot and fresh and new from them? Like, I'm interested to see if they can pull it off. And it's a tall task. That's why I'm like worried. Like, damn, can they trying to live up to that last run they had?
I think it's gonna be nice though. I compare him. He's like his own artist. Like, he features do make him super dope, but he's his own sound too. Like, I could just think of like how his tracks start off set the mood for like the vibe. Yeah. Like I remember when we went to the Shy for Jeremy baby shower or before his baby shower, and we all was vibing to him on the way to the club or something like that. And I just think of like the type of mood he puts you in. You think he'd knock a nigga out or shoot at a nigga like for no reason. But I do see what you're saying, Troy. I do wonder what his sound's gonna sound like. But I mean, he made some of his best work with Metro, so I expect some good things with him. He's creative with his sound. Like a lot of people didn't see him getting on a J. Cole type beat like a lot, and he killed it.
Right.
Ass and Titties, the Ass and Titties remake was crazy. Like that shit was a club banger. So I think he gonna do all right. Yeah. I'm curious.
If he can do it again, he gonna impress the fuck out of me. If they can do it again, create magic again, and have like 3 bangers off of that project, he gonna go on another tier for me.
I can see that. So you respect him a little more, basically.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. I'm definitely looking forward to it though. I'm gonna hold it with big regards, and y'all can be on my head like I will with y'all. If Bryson wrong, if this shit, I'm thinking this shit gonna be decent though. But you'll never know. I mean, he was already over in Europe and shit. He might have changed his whole sound up. Homie might be acting different. Come back like crepes and shit. Shit, I think that's all we have for music. But I know we had a couple other topics.
Yeah.
Meg and Young Thug dropping a song as well. I can't remember the name of it, but y'all could probably check that out. Tell us what y'all think. We're gonna listen to that tomorrow, I'm sure too. So to go from there, I wanted to transition over to a topic. I think you brought this topic, Troy, about Kyrie in light of the NBA Finals starting.
Yeah. It was just a Kyrie. I guess somebody was either interviewing him or he, lend itself to comment about his new teammate Kevin Durant. And see if I can get the quote here. He said, "This is the first time in my career I can look down and be like, that motherfucker can shoot that shot too." Kyrie, it's based Kyrie on being the best option late in games. Basically, now he's saying that first time in his career he has a teammate that he also feels is capable of making the last shot or taking the last shot. I guess I would, I interpret that as a shot to LeBron. I guess a shot to really all his other good teammates. What y'all feel about that?
Shit, I think it's disrespectful. And I think he pandered to his boy KD because he know how emotional and sensitive he get. But not to say KD ain't a baller, but we know how he can get sometimes. But I don't know. I think that's kind of petty of him. I think he jaded because a lot of people say he ain't been nothing without LeBron. The Celtics team was just as good with him and without him. Mm-hmm. I think he's trying to prove himself as like being that top tier still. I still think personally, and y'all might slander me for this, I think he still has a lot to prove because he, to me, hasn't really done much by himself to show that he can carry a team, like, to me personally. Never made the finals before LeBron got to Cleveland. The next team he goes to is super talented in the Celtics, and he injured majority of the time there, and they still make playoff strides. Mm-hmm. I think he needs to show me his value. He got the flashy dribbles and whatnot, but it doesn't translate to wins to me. That's just to me, and the stats don't translate to wins either. So y'all can give me y'all side of it, but I think that's disrespectful and a low blow.
Yeah, he remind me of that dude that's like super. We've seen him hoopers that's super talented, but it don't always translate to making a team better. Like we saw in Boston, he didn't elevate the team. He showed poor leadership there. And I just don't like why? Like why we still throwing shots and why we still I don't understand that. I don't understand the need of saying that. Like we understand, yeah, he hit the clutch shot and over stuff, and yeah, he a big time player. But why take shots at people that help elevate you and elevate your status? I don't get it. I don't get his reason. And maybe he's trying to play kumbaya and kiss up to KD, but I just think like, dude, that's not gonna get you anywhere in the long term.
Yeah. First, I'll start off. Let me just ask y'all two quick questions, then I'll elaborate. Is Kyrie Irving the Hall of Famer today?
By NBA standards, probably, because it's stat based. It ain't really like it don't have to translate.
If you have a vote, if you had a vote in Hall of Fame, would he get your vote?
No,
he wouldn't get mine.
Okay. In a Game 7 finals, you down 1. Are you giving that last shot to Kyrie or Kevin Durant?
Kevin Durant.
He's 7 feet.
Okay, so Kyrie basically, like Dave said, he got a lot more to prove. He's delusional on where he stands in the hierarchy of the NBA or the legacy of NBA legends. Yeah. You're a great player. You're talented. You have a nice dribble, some of the best handles we've ever seen.
Amazing at highlight reels.
Amazing highlights. You're not a legend. You're not in the class of KD, LeBron, Seth. You're not in that class. I need you to pipe down a little bit, my nigga.
Facts.
You didn't go to the bubble. You elected not to hoop in the bubble because you said, I guess you said for political reasons or awareness reasons or whatever. I don't know what you've been doing in the meantime to raise awareness. Maybe you have. Your Instagram is private, so we don't really know.
Uh-oh.
That's kind of strange. You have your page private if you wanted to elevate, use your platform to, bring attention to a cause, but we won't even go there. We just stick to basketball. So basically, you putting this pressure on yourself now because you're throwing shots at LeBron, all the great teammates you had in Boston. So you basically saying, KD, the only player you done play with, you feel like was better than you or as good as you. So, come time next season, I need an MVP season out of Kyrie. Or
I don't want to be hearing about your little ankle.
Right.
I don't want to hear none of that. None of that.
Troy, you hit a key point though. He talking about these political reasons. He bluffing. He was scared of shit. He know if he went out there and didn't produce, everybody was on his head. So he was. What's the easiest way cop out? I'm gonna wait till my boy Durant get back.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna chill and act like I'm gonna be an activist for a little bit.
Bruh.
That's my excuse.
Yeah, I gotta call him out. You're not a dog. You elected not to compete, nigga. So pipe down, bro.
That's a fact, bro.
Man, bro, you hit a key point though. Like he think in his mind, LeBron ain't shit without him, boy.
No.
Yeah.
He the reason LeBron won those rings in Miami. He the reason LeBron in the finals right now. I'm like, he is wild, man. Something is literally wrong with this
Something's
cat.
wrong with him.
I mean, he an earth flat dude.
Yeah.
What that means as well. So that tells you a little bit about him. But he's like the ultimate form of delusional. Something is up with this cat.
Something's off with him. So this upcoming season, Kyrie, you better produce, or I'm done with your ass. You just another NBA player who had handles.
That's it.
If you don't produce this year.
I used to mess with him heavy too.
I did too. I loved them.
Man.
But I can't let this shit ride. I gotta call niggas on their shit and they just bullshit.
Who was compare? All right, now I got a good ass question for y'all. Who's comparable to him that's been in the NBA?
I was
Because
thinking about that. I had one.
I only say AI, really.
And I don't even give him AI because AI
is better. Yeah,
AI can carry a team. I don't think he can.
I was thinking like Stephon Marbury. Like
that's what I was thinking. I was about to say Steph Marbury.
That's good.
Bro.
Yeah.
I was like, if Steph Marbury had a good ass teammate, that's who he would be comparable to.
Yeah.
I can't even give him AI because AI took that Sixers team that wasn't the best. They were good defensively, but he carried them to a finals.
I gotta check the stats. Steph stats might be better than his.
Stephon Marbury?
Stephon Marbury had some all-star years.
Yeah.
People forget how good Steph was. Steph had some all-star years.
Man, this dude Kyrie is so delusional, boy.
Yeah.
I can't even give him the AI comparison. I mean, in dribbles and flashiness, but AI had a will to win.
And he led in steals and had assists. He was always at the top of the league.
He was the statistical nightmare, whereas all Kyrie can give you is points. That's literally it.
And highlights.
Cultural dog.
And his like, I mean, people are big on that, especially now with how efficient like LeBron and KD and them are. But he's not the best, like, he's not the most consistent either.
When he was running
late, but
when he was running Cleveland, they was terrible.
Terrible, bro. He wasn't scratching the 8th seed in the East. And this is a depleted East at the time. Like, I think you didn't even need to be 500 to make the 8th seed.
Bro. You went to Duke, you had a little injury, and you fucking elected not to play the whole fucking season. Bro, your whole career, it's there for us to judge.
Well, he's on and off. He played when he wanted to play. He showed that he man, sometimes the injuries, but he's never been consistent. He's never consistently played unless it was with Brian. This year in Boston, he totally, in Brooklyn, like Dave said, he copped out. He ain't want to play without his boy Durant.
He ain't want that slander if he got ran or.
Man, they gonna play this year. They might actually make it through the East though. The East week.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like Giannis, please. Giannis on.
Only team I see, just because we know how good Durant can be. If Durant is the old Durant, I see
the Heat gonna be great next year.
Yeah, I see the Heat giving them the most problems of any team. The Heat at 100% is the best team in the East.
I think a lot of teams give them problems. I think the top 4 East in the East this year give them.
You think the Raptors are still giving problems too? I can see that because defensively, it's gonna boil down to what Kyrie do, honestly, because Durant gonna come. He gonna put his numbers up if he's healthy.
I need the Sixers to be healthy, but I believe in Ben Simmons. That's my guy.
You like Ben still? You see they signed Doc, right?
Yep.
What you like that? You like that pickup?
Yeah, I like that. I just wish they got rid of Embiid and got some pieces and built around Ben Simmons.
You believe in Ben more than Embiid?
Yeah, long term.
I can see that. Yeah, health-wise, yeah.
I know Ben just had an injury, but up to that, he was healthy. And you got to think Ben's a first-team All-NBA defensive player. He just can't shoot, but people always focus on what he can't do. Focus on what he can do. Which is
he can pass out there.
MVP can't shoot.
Yeah, that's a fact.
At all,
They don't know how to play in the playoffs.
Low key, if Ben Simmons took notes from Giannis, he would be even colder. Because if he just dominated where he was good at and didn't try to do anything outside the box, he could pass better than Giannis already, and he about as big. It'd be insane.
That's a good take. I don't know. But yeah, I can't vouch for KD. He is talented. He's one of the best. When they get to them playoffs, these boys, they track record, they mindset, I think play a lot to me and how I hold them in respect and high regard. Kyrie, I can't do it. You showed me you're not a dog your whole career. Kevin Durant, you showed me you're not a real dog your whole career. So y'all gotta prove to me now. I don't give y'all no benefit of the doubt.
Oh, I got a good ass question for y'all. And this is I mean, it'd probably be a quick one as we on the subject of Kyrie. Shout out to my boy Cal. I don't think I asked y'all this before. Who was a better teammate for LeBron? AD or Kyrie?
A better teammate for LeBron?
Yeah, like overall, like do you like play style included all that? Who do you think has benefited LeBron better as a teammate? AD or Kyrie?
I'm gonna give it to the young Kyrie.
Right yeah, I'm gonna give it to Kyrie too.
That could change, but like I gotta pull back all his goofiness. But a young Kyrie, for a season or two, he had some dog in him.
Yeah.
With LeBron next to him, he was he took the pressure off of him. He can handle the ball. And Kyrie, while AD can score as much, Kyrie was just a bucket though. I'm talking about prime Kyrie. And Kyrie, he needed Kyrie when he was going against Golden State because he needed somebody who could go against them guards. And Kyrie thought he was better than Steph and Clay combined. He come up. I mean, he was them handles. So right now, but that's subject to change, and we got to see how next year plays out for LA.
Yeah. I think AD is a better player, but I would say agree with you and say Kyrie was a better teammate only because they can both play guard or forward. The relationship of those positions work more cohesively than a forward and a power forward, or forward and a center. Even though I think Anthony Davis is a better player than Kyrie, but as a teammate. Kyrie having a LeBron, all he gotta do is do his best shit, score, shake a motherfucker, get a bucket. They ain't gonna double team you because LeBron over there. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, me personally, I'm biased. I know I like AD. I said I think AD complements LeBron better. I think LeBron, Kyrie got the best years of LeBron because that's the prime LeBron. He was
that's a good point.
Most athletic he was.
If it was that LeBron with AD,
yeah, they would be unstoppable. Like they probably could have. Right. They probably would have gave the Warriors a run for their money.
I think you're right.
Now,
no, you're right. No, I switch. You're right. If
that was my input on it.
If it was, you're right, Dale. If it was LeBron from 4 years ago, right now the league, nobody would stand a chance. They would. I mean, they already kind of dominating, but LeBron with Kyrie was much better than LeBron right now with AD.
Yeah. That was my only point. I was like, because AD is so defensively talented.
It might be facts.
He would have anchored them to, get a couple key stops. He come down and he can shoot too. Like, let's not AD put up 30 easily, and LeBron could just lob it up to him. Like, but then just think of how they play, kind of like y'all were getting at. I honestly think LeBron in his prime would have complimented AD insanely because of the potential he would drive to the basket on you, and he could score, but then he could easily dish to AD, and then all you need is shooters around that. That would have been. I mean, they got a good team now, and they more likely will win the finals, but 5 years ago, they probably would have went on a real run. We'd probably be talking about LeBron 7-8 rings right now type shit.
Nah, you're right. You swayed me. You're right. I'm gonna agree with you there. You swayed me because this LeBron, while LeBron is still great, he's still a chunk worse than what he was 5 years ago.
Yeah, I just look at it from look at him on defensive end. He a little lagging. Yeah, he get some blocks and whatnot here and there, but just thinking LeBron 5-6 years ago, he'd have been able to lock up your best player, and then AD would have took off some of the pressures of Kyrie hit that big clutch shot against Clay and the boys, but all they would have needed some defensive rats around them, just somebody to get up and Clay and Steph face a little bit, and they would have just went to town. That's just me personally. It's a good hypothetical though. There's no real right answer. He'll probably end up winning one ring with both, but if he would have played with AD a few more years in his younger days, I think that would have been unstoppable. AD would have progressed a little bit quicker. I mean, he was already a beast. He took the Pelicans to the 8th seed in the West, twice now in the past few years. So he's shown he could take a team to the playoffs without LeBron. Kyrie hasn't showed me he can take a team to the playoffs without great coaching and great teammates. So
LeBron had some good teammates in his career. When I think about it, I'm like, you can't.
Yeah.
He ain't got no help thing. That don't fly. He done had some talent.
Yeah, now
for sure.
right.
He done had some talent.
Yeah, you definitely can't use that anymore.
Yeah, that's the main reason I was gonna push back and say, look, LeBron always really needed a guard, but yeah, he don't really got one now, and they look like they're gonna win the finals. So so a less talented team, you just got AD there, and y'all balling. So AD, yeah, it might be better. AD might be better than Kyrie.
AD been putting up some crazy numbers too, but I'm gonna let you talk.
Yeah, I say I give him the benefit of the doubt. I give him the benefit of the doubt. So.
Yeah. Another thing is AD can dribble, so he ain't limited big either. It's LeBron. I don't think ever had a big that could literally he off the court. Because I've been watching the games. He off the court, they still holding their own because AD out there kind of running the floor, even from a big man perspective. So I like what, and they got Rondo's help there, of course, but it seemed like shit flow easier without LeBron having to be on the court. Whereas you couldn't say that a few years ago, like a Kyrie-driven team. Kyrie ain't about to find you, dish it out to you or whatnot. He taking that shot. He ain't worried about getting nobody else the ball, which I love about him. But AD is like versatile where he can get you 30, but he can also get you 5-6 assists, get you 3-4 blocks in a game, get you a good 8-9 rebounds. Like he's gonna do it all. Like he's all over the court. Gonna guard the best big on the other team, like best forward. Like that's a good ass question though.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Speaking of good questions, we had a great question, didn't we? Posed to us.
Oh yeah, we did. So we had a question posed to us. It was based off, I think, episode 6. Yeah, it was off episode 6 because I told y'all last week I forgot to ask.
All the episodes timeless. You can listen to them.
Right, just go back and listen to it. I mean, it still relates to
archived.
Right. We was talking about the Cardi and Offset situation and how I think one of us, it might have been I don't know, I don't remember who, but somebody got on topic of the lifestyle of being like famous and whatnot, and being a male and being famous, and how vagina may be thrown at you in abundance. So with that, we got a question out there where it was asked basically, and I think it's a good question, and y'all can tell me what y'all think, fellas. The question was, and this is a female listener that gave that, shout out to her. She basically asked if she was per se dating a famous person, let's say like LeBron, just say LeBron isn't married, or even if he is married, it doesn't matter. Is she supposed to give him a pass because he is rich and famous? Like if he goes out and cheats a couple times or whatnot, or is she expected to just let him go off and be that because of his status, or does she have the right to? I mean, I guess I don't want to put it that way. That was kind of her earlier question. She didn't really rebuttal it too much, but it was more so, does she have the right to give him a pass if he's rich and famous?
When we started off?
Yeah, this one finna get spicy. They know this one.
Does she have obligation to give him a pass? Is that kind of the question posed? Or
supposed to have more? Should she be more lenient? Should he get more flexibility? Should she be more understanding?
I'm gonna say yes. You should be more understanding. Kind of how I always answer these type of questions. Like it's of course it's up to that woman to decide what she can handle.
Let's be real. Let's stop all the soft stuff. Let's keep it a bean with it.
I've been doing that since episode 1. I'm waiting on you. But I would just say it's 2 aspects you gotta deal with a situation when your man is cheating. When he a popping nigga, he's a rich motherfucker and he's cheating. You gotta go with your heart and you gotta go with your fucking head. And this is a nigga who's a multi-millionaire. He's super, clouded, as the kids say. He got a great reputation. He's very wealthy, and y'all have your own relationship. So y'all have your own bonding moments. You have your own life experiences and shit together. Now, if him, fucking another girl is worth giving that up for, if you feel like that is, then you do you. I wouldn't advise you to do that. If I was your brother, I probably would tell you, think about it before you really decide if you want to do it.
Damn, if you was her brother?
Yeah.
Damn.
I would say, sis, I understand, but I am a man, and I can imagine being a man in that position. I would support whatever decision you decide, but you know, you might want to think about that before you just up and leave.
What if you was her brother and she tried to get you to go run up on him? Would you do it?
No, I'm not doing that. I don't get involved in, unless he put his hands on her. I don't get involved in nobody's relationship.
Well, she's like,
especially not no marriages.
He didn't fuck 3 bitches. Go run up on him, big bro.
I'm like, nah, you don't let him fuck 3 bitches. You can't do that. You gonna run up on him. That nigga 6'8", 230.
Only thing I run up on him with is his 380.
For real.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
I'm gonna have to. I'm with Troy on this one. My wife and I sometimes talk about this. Luckily, I'm not super clouded or nothing like that. I'm the regular guy. But if you're a regular woman, and I always say, people have unrealistic expectations when it comes to this because people always apply their lifestyle and their sensibilities. It's easy for me, regular Joe Javante, who probably have 5 girls try to talk to me in a year, be like, oh, I'm super faithful. I'm a super faithful husband, which I am, right? But the advances are a woman at a grocery store saying, hey, you cute, and then you can stop it at that, right?
Right.
I say, you LeBron, that's why I'm talking about these superstars. You LeBron, you Chris Brown, like you can't expect them to stay faithful the whole time, especially if you were in your younger years. I ain't talking about 36-year-old, 35-year-old LeBron, because the number of advances that they're getting every day, every week, and the way that they're not getting normal advances. When pre-corona, T.I. once told a story. Pre-corona, he come home after a long night, and he going to his hotel room. He got 2 naked women in the bed. Come on, bro. Like when people hear that, you like, oh, like if you getting that every week, maybe it's not naked, but you got model women's in bikinis coming in your robe, coming to your hotel. You might just have a long night and be like, your girl tripping, she nagging at you. And they not ready for the conversation of how men cheat versus women. They not ready for that.
We might have to have it.
Yeah,
like, we gotta get in trouble. We gotta be spicy. Like.
Because, and then what they don't want to hear is that when LeBron and these superstars cheat, he is literally just we finna get graphic. He's just inserting his penis and he getting his nut. He in, he out, he done. There's no emotional connection. I'm guaranteeing this. I'm speaking for these guys. There's no connection. In his mind, this is gonna sound crazy, and I'm telling the truth. In his mind, he's not even cheating. He's just getting his nut off. This is a beautiful girl. I'm gonna get my nut off. You just strap up, protect yourself so you don't transmit no diseases. And so his batting approval, you should still be. Guess what? Y'all should be more impressed with LeBron. I'm using LeBron name. Let's hear a family. You should be more impressed with a famous guy. Let's just say LeBron, because he's super duper famous. If he only cheated on his wife 20 times in the last 20, if he only cheated on his wife 20 times in the last 20 years, you should be more impressed than little old me who been faithful my whole life. That's more impressive because his batting average is still higher. How many times you think LeBron could have cheated in the last 20 years? Probably 20,000 times.
Yeah, he could have
cheat every day if he wants to.
Yeah, he cheat every time. I mean, the advances he get. So back to the question. Yes, if you're regular like me, and I ain't down. If you're a regular person, man or woman, I'm a regular man, and you have somebody that's popping, yes, there should be some flexibility and understanding, especially in their younger years. And then you can work towards growth as you get older, but it's unreasonable to expect a guy who, especially when you just come into fame, he got to get that out of his system. He got to explore that fame.
Yeah. And just think somebody like LeBron, I mean, we say a family man now, but just think if even any athlete who got engaged or had kids at like 18 and they make millions all these years, I couldn't imagine shit. Like he getting pussy thrown at him like females get dick thrown at them. Like it's another levels of this shit. Like at the end of the day, he getting supermodels, famous girls, all this, and they know he got a whole thing at home. And I mean, we didn't even get to the point to where after he bust that nut, he probably regretting it low key. Like in the moment, it was the thrill, but then after that, like, damn, I done fucked up. Like,
I guarantee you, I guarantee you, it is the anxiety that would come after he cheated and busted a nut that keeps him faithful more than him just not having a desire to fuck other women. I guarantee you.
And it's just like, and we're talking regular, like, and that's why Offset and Cardi B is different, right? She's got clout. She's super famous. Because then the problem, see, this is why this is so complicated when you can't have this discussion. Because then what women gonna say is, "And what if I cheat?" Nah, girl, you can't cheat.
They gotta understand.
They want to come back with that, but
Yeah,
you cheating is totally
it's
different.
not equivalent. Yeah,
That means you're on your
getting
back.
dick thrown at you all day. Dick thrown at you whether you make $1 or you make $1 million.
But Dave, how about this? Even the act of sex. If a guy has sex, let's just keep everything missionary and straightforward. It's the most simplest. Mm-hmm. It's just you up, in and out. What you cheating? Not you up with your legs in the air in a V for some guy you don't even know.
They gonna say you fucking a girl you don't even know.
I'm just saying. Saying. That's why I say we're Offset.
Put it in you.
And that's why, but back to my point, that's why Offset, Offset can't cheat on Cardi. That's totally different. She got more clout than him. She got more fame. So yeah, you're gonna be mad because she can go get D down from LeBron or we using LeBron. I'm sorry, LeBron, bro. I know you're a family man. This ain't trying to indict him. We just use an example of somebody that's famous. I said that like he listening.
Hey, he might get win shit. We make it one day. What's this? I was talking about episode 8. I was talking that wild shit. Me and Savannah went through it because of y'all asses.
Nah, so it's a complicated subject, and I love that a lot of time women don't understand, but it's the truth. It's just a fact.
I do. I just wish they could understand. It's like,
yeah. And we talking about the famous guys, not us regular guys. We stay faithful. We ain't got no clout, nothing like that.
Yeah, and but it's even an aspect of it there for every man. Any man in a committed relationship, there is that aspect there in some way. Like, yeah, you might not, you can't necessarily might not have pussy thrown at you every day. Mm-hmm. Like you said. It's as a man, it's why it got to be understood and talked about so we just understand each other more. Because, like, even as a man, you might not be getting pussy thrown at you every day, but you have an innate drive in you that you might see attractive women, and something in you is like bubbling, something get to moving, something, chemistry wise, and you like, you might look or you might think.
Dick get to jumping.
Yeah. Yeah,
that ass started shaking. That dick get to jump in. Like, God damn.
Yeah. If you see something crazy and a sundress just going all over the place, you're going to have some type of response to it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Unless you just alien out here.
Yeah. You're going to have some type of response to it. It's no knock on your girl. You love your girl. You don't love her any less, like we always say. Mm-hmm. It's just different biological things going on in our bodies between men and women. And a lot of that is a reason, the reasons why, things are looked at different, things are handled different. So that's why I see a lot of mistake women make. They kind of they look at it through their eyes. Like, you gotta understand, we totally
from a
different.
Man's lens. Yeah. I'll say this to that point. I personally have been in conversation with women that have said they get it, and to say you get it is one thing. To actually get it when that shit happens to you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's all perspective based. Like, it's easy to say that shit outside looking in. Oh yeah, I get it. Like, he just got his nut off or whatnot. But I'm pretty sure first time your man slip up and do some goofy shit, you're gonna be done with his ass or shitty with him, and he had to make up for it. You ain't about to just let his ass slide, which you shouldn't, of course. Mm-hmm. But it should sound good. It sounds good to be true until that should actually happen to you, I feel like.
And that's why I think
some try to act like they believe it, but they really don't.
And that's why I think, like, the famous guy should be able to get away with it, because the rule should be also, if you a man and you doing it, you have a responsibility. One, you got a responsibility. Obviously, don't bring no diseases to your lady, get nobody pregnant. But the next one is like, just do it like I don't ever know. Like, do it when you're on the road and don't tell me. Like, you got to be good at covering up. Hey, boo, I'm finna go to sleep. I'm finna get some rest. Or you on the show. If you a lot of times rappers and athletes are the most clout people, or actors or something. Just do it so they never know or get wind of it. And that's your responsibility. Mm-hmm. And that's where a lot of guys mess up. And I understand that when you cheating on me and I'm getting wind of it, now it's a problem. Now it's bleeding into, now she texting you while we at dinner. That's a problem.
That's the biggest problem they have with it, I believe.
Yep. Like, handle it. No, never let me know about it. Handle it. Do what you got to do. Mm-hmm. And that's only, once again, we speaking for the famous guys. Us
regular niggas has got to be regular niggas and Be faithful.
Yeah, and it should be expected for us. We don't carry the same burden. It's easy to turn down Jessica at the grocery store.
Yeah, it's a lot different when you turn down Alexis Sky or some shit. You see that all on Instagram every day.
Sure.
And then she in your DMs like, damn, is this a dream come true? And nigga
Is it
LeBron be like,
different?
no.
How different is it? Is it a lot different, y'all think?
For the famous guys and regular guys?
In terms of this.
Expectation?
In terms of, okay, we know famous guys, they getting the pussy thrown at them every day.
Yeah.
All day.
Yep.
A regular guy, you're not getting the pussy thrown at you every day.
Nope.
But we black men, we young, successful, handsome black men.
Mm-hmm.
If we see a nice, attractive young lady, we can shoot our shot. Odds are, something's going to come of it. So, how is that a lot different?
Yeah, it's different because
so.
It's different when, and we're talking. Okay, now we're talking about people. We're talking specifically about people in relationships, right?
Yeah.
And let's take marriage out of the picture. Let's take the married people out. That's different. So let me talk about people in relationships. Yeah, it's still different if you're in a committed relationship. Woo! Time out. Let me get real for a second.
We gotta go there.
Nah,
we don't go too far, but
I ain't gonna go too far. But my thought has always been, and this has kind of evolved over the years. My thought is either you married or you not.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in that. I believe actually that I formed that opinion when I got married.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're not married and you just in a relationship and y'all committed, I'm gonna let Dave take that one. Let me think this too.
I disagree. So I'm interested in what a married person's perspective is, why they think it's different, unless it's just a religious aspect.
I don't think it's different. I think, to me, if we, especially, this is just some grown man shit. If I consider you my girl at this day and age, I expect you to act accordingly, and I hope you expect the same from me. I'm not being in a relationship just to be cute like you were in high school or nothing. So I think they hold the same way. I do think marriage holds a deeper bond because, of course, it's two families coming together, two lives coming together. But I feel like any relationship I'm in at my age now is setting me up to get married. I'm not just gonna have a girlfriend just to have a girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm just be out here fucking shit, I'm gonna be out here fucking shit. I'm not about to
Right.
keep a girl on deck because of it. But I guess to your question, Troy, I think there's one big difference and maybe you just worded it the way you did.
Mm-hmm.
You said, because it's true. If I wanted to go mac a chick, I could easily go hop on. Like a chick find me attractive. I know a chick will find me attractive, and I might find her attractive. If I went with the intent of hopping on a chick, that's easy. I could go do that. I could mac a. I'm pretty sure my mouthpiece can give me something I would like.
Mm-hmm.
I think the biggest difference between me and the famous LeBron is they throwing it right at him without him trying. Like, yeah, we get the same occasionally. Like, it might be, like Javante said, Jessica at the supermarket. But Jessica at the supermarket ain't like the false perception of, like, a baddie Instagram thotty, like a Drea or something like that. Like, it's like, this is a chick. If I was single, I'm hopping down on this no matter what. I'm going to say some wild shit to try to get on. LeBron might have those chicks coming out, hitting him up. Like, what you doing, LeBron? I saw you play the Mavs this week. You in Dallas. I live in Dallas. What's up? Whereas me, Dev, that dude, I got to hit him up. Hey, I'm in Dallas. Like, what's up? And then they might give me some play. But I took that extra effort to go out of my way to hit them up, to let them know what I'm on. Whereas LeBron, they don't know. They're going to look at the schedule. Oh, they play 7:30 tonight. LeBron in town. He at the Marriott. I'm going to be in the fucking back of the room next to his. I'm knock on his door like I'm room service on some wild shit and throw the draws at him. Like, I mean, and then on top of that, Instagram thought he's just throwing it at him. You killed tonight. You had 26 points and 6 assists. I saw you. Like, we ain't getting that as regular Joe. So I do think that it does hold a different weight being in a relationship versus being a normal guy, because being a normal guy, I usually got to work for the draws. Or the girls, or the girls are just too thotty and they just throwing it at everybody.
I guess what I'm saying is, I'm trying how to word it. I guess I'm speaking on a matter of seeing something you want and being able to have it. And not going there. Is it different for a famous guy and a regular guy?
Honestly, no.
If a girl ain't throwing it at LeBron, he sees something he want in the club. He know he can go get it.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. He's more allotted to it.
Yeah, and if he's not married, I think there's nothing wrong with him going to get it, even if he is in a relationship. That goes back to my difference between married. Yeah, I think if you're not married, especially because you have this amount of success, this is man or woman, also, by the way.
What if it's a regular guy?
Regular guy. Nah, man, it's tricky. I view infidelity different on both sides when you're not married. I don't view it as being as egregious. I'm not trying to get off topic. I'm just saying, like, it's hard.
No, I mean it's all in
because
there.
I view infidelity completely different when you're not married. I view it as something you can come back from. If you all have like grown up conversation about why it took place, as long as it ain't like she like another dude or you got feelings for this woman, I think it's something that can be talked about because it's not a bond that's been supposed to be forged and complete and eternal, and then once you break that, it's forever. And I'm not saying just because somebody cheats you can go back. Trust issues arrive, but I just view it differently. So if it's a single guy and he at a club and he see a girl and he want her, the problem is that's probably problematic. That's symptomatic of something deeper in him. But a famous guy, I'm like, yo, you famous, you LeBron, you worked hard, you earned this fame. That's why a lot of people, let's take Charlemagne, it's public. That's why he cheated on his wife, right? He got into this fame. He never got to drive this test car, this car. He was with his wife all the way growing up. Then he got famous. He got money. He got rich. He like, yo, now I can get any woman I want. He was just test driving the car. He don't love his wife any less. He was like, yo, I see this bad chick down in the club I probably can never get. Now I'm Charlemagne. I could get the baddest chick in the club. I'm going to go Mac on her. I'm going to get that. The only problem, I see nothing wrong with that. The only problem is he was already married. But even his instance, I understand why his wife forgave him. It's like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart became famous and he went in with his old shorty. He became famous. He had to test drive the car. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with test driving the car. I
think, just to be clear for the women, I think it actually be love most of the time. I don't think the money and shit, the fame and clout is their main reason for forgiving a nigga and staying. I think they really just do. Their hearts and soul, feel
of course
big like that. They like, I love this nigga. I don't want to give up on this. I just don't want us to be, misconstrued like we saying women only stand for niggas for the bag or
no, not at all.
Yeah,
they built with them. They was with them from the ground up, and sometimes even when they weren't from the ground up, it's super dope when like if you meet a famous guy like Chrissy Teigen meets John Legend, like she meets him, but when you see a guy, women fall in love with men because even our regular women who fell in love with us is because they love to see that softer, vulnerable side of us, which we all give them in super vulnerable moments. It's just when we laying down at night. So they get to learn that other side.
Right. And I don't think status has anything to do with it either way. I think women take a dude back. Regular Tyrone get taken back all the time for cheating on his wife. So I don't think like Troy said, I definitely don't want to get a perception out there that we think it's only because the guy has the bag. Like I said, it's a lot. Like being with somebody is more than just sexual. It's all about, it's a true friendship, true partnership.
Amen.
Like
Amen.
That's the shit you really care about when you be in arguments and shit or not talking. It's like you miss that companionship. You don't really, the draws is nice, but shit, you miss being able to talk to that person about everything.
Yeah,
so
you've been doing that.
Yeah. I was about to say, if it was about the draws, you can go get some more draws any day, but shit, other people ain't gonna hit you with their intellect the way you need to hear it or give you their perspective the way you really need to hear it and be real with you.
So Dev, how can a guy, if you're in love with a woman, just a regular guy in love with a woman, you got that connection, intelligence, bond, and friendship, how can a guy still go cheat on her then? If you got all this with this one woman, how could you go with some woman you just see at the club on a random Wednesday you never saw? How can you go and cheat on her?
It's easy. When your dick take over, that's all it really be, honestly. That's the best way to put it is it'd be the littlest thing. You like if you madly, like if y'all mad happy, it usually don't happen when you mad happy. It never really does. If your girl doing everything you want her to do, you go home that night, your stuff getting sucked till the white meat show. Like it's gonna be a good night. You ain't about to go out and look for some shit to cheat with. It's usually y'all done got into it. She probably shitty. You done went out with the homies or something, and then something looking nice, and y'all got a little argument, and that that ass jumping, you gonna be like, man, fuck that. Fuck, I deserve that. She throwing it. I deserve that shit. Like, that's usually how niggas cheat. If we keep it in a buck, that's usually why they cheat, when they cheat. It ain't when shit's good. Your girl done gave you the morning top or whatnot. You ain't about to go out and cheat that day. It's been a good day usually. But I think it's just when your dick gets to talking is usually why a man cheat. And like we said, after you get that nut off, he feeling like, damn, I fucked up. Like, it is what it is. It was a thrill in the moment.
People would never understand the mental and life clarity a man has after he has an orgasm.
Right.
Like, you would know how you feel about a woman.
You ready to propose to your girl.
Bro, if you want to know how you feel about it, the test is simple. How do you feel about this woman after you nut? That's the test.
That's facts.
That's the test. Like, if you do it and then you want to cuddle and still hold her, that's it.
Yeah, you really like that shit.
We have all been there when it happened and you like, man, what the fuck? And you like, oh man, I'm ready to. This is crazy. I can't.
It's like a fucking spell. That's how I knew women. That's how I knew they beauty was. They got some type of power. It's on the next level because that shit can be like a spell. Like once you ain't feeling that vibe with somebody, and like I said, you got your ass under a spell. Beauty got you. They sex appeal. They beauty. It can have your ass under a spell that you just lose your fucking logic. You under their spell. That's how women be having these niggas doing all this. And a woman that you like or she got something over you, like she get a man to do fucking dinner or anything.
You're 100% accurate. But think about this, Troy. Think about, not even trying to be too graphic, but we're here now. Think about, man, this is weird, but that last minute before whatever you do your thing. That feeling is so unnatural and so dangerous. It's like inhuman. It's like, how do you feel that way? That last minute leading up before we nut, that is something is wrong there. That is unnatural. Like, why is that feeling that way? Like it's a feeling like you never felt. Dudes lose control. That's why I'm not trying. And look, I love everybody. I'm just being funny, but I'm telling people that's how a guy. And that last minute, that feeling so strong. A guy who got 7 kids, he only making $30,000 a year. He living in the projects, and ain't nothing wrong with living in the projects. Let me be clear. That's why in that 1 minute, he know he should not have another kid.
And we all looking at him, judging him. How the fuck he keep having kids?
And he helpless because that 1 minute, it's the most dangerous minute in the world.
That's deep. That's facts as fuck right there.
And I'll be thinking about that. And I'll be like, yo, this is crazy. Like, it is unnatural what happened. That is why dudes who be cheating on their girls be going in there raw, and that 1 minute you be rich, you worth $20 million, you got some hood rat, and you know you shouldn't, but that 1 minute you just do it for that 10 seconds of ecstasy. That's crazy, bro. That's a crazy feeling.
That shit, the worst drug right there. That little 1 minute. You right though. You get to thinking the nastiest shit on your life. Like, damn, we thinking the wildest shit. Like, fuck, I can have a 10th one. I know I'm about to go to jail for child support neglect, and child neglect, but fuck it.
Hey, Dave, you 100. Like, the thoughts in your mind is just crazy, bro. I would never want the thoughts that go through my mind to come out, bro. It is crazy.
Right, that shit be wild. You right though, because you be thinking some of the wildest shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes you think you finna just keep going forever, and then it comes.
Yeah.
You be like,
that's facts.
Hey, you be like, I'm finna power through.
Yeah, one stroke get your ass. You're like, uh-oh, that. It's like when you think you'd heard something fall out of the room.
Ain't nothing like a man instinct when he know that one stroke that got him there. When you know like it's over.
Like,
fuck. You know it's over. And it can be good or bad depending on the scenario. It's over. And then, man, we going deep. But then after that stroke, once you know it's over, then you got like 7 seconds to decide what you finna do.
Right.
Yes.
Like, if you raw dog, and that's what make it even more. Because then you got 7 seconds to say, you got to commit. Like, the way I think, I'm either finna commit or not. Like, we ain't finna be waffling. Like, I'm either committing or not.
Yep.
Let bygones be bygones.
We'll make that CVS. You already planned that CVS trip sometime.
Yeah, you already know. You like, all right, I know the bank account healthy.
Right. We just got a little bonus this month.
Because it's funny, like, how intense that last minute is, right? Because you get there, and then, like you said, Troy, we know every man, boop, and like, oh, it's coming soon. And that's usually not very long. And you still doing your act. You're still doing your thing. And in that decision, you got to make life decisions. When you already feeling unnatural, you in a spell, and in you
don't let her be enjoying that shit.
Oh no!
That shit make it 10 times worse.
Oh, it's over. No, man.
If she says anything extra, does anything extra, it's over.
It's over. Why you kissing my ear? It's over.
It's over.
Right. This your fault.
Right. Yeah, it's over.
Hey, that was a real ass combo.
I'm gonna just say, to button it up, that is why I got more respect for niggas who are faithful. Why this shit ain't said? I got respect for niggas who are faithful, for men who are faithful, because we know how fucking hard it is. We know what you're dealing with as a man. Like, we understand when niggas cheat, but we like, bruh, like, we dealing with the shit too, bro. We got enough control, enough love and respect for our girl to not to do the shit.
It take a lot of self-control too,
bro. It takes a lot of discipline, bro.
Yeah. So that's why faithful men, I give them niggas a nod, because I know how it is. Like, we gotta go with the extra pressure of not going to that side, not, betraying our love, our love of our life, and not hurting them to that extent, because it is a battle. It is tough sometimes.
Facts. What's wild is some of these girls are attracted to faithful men, and they be really ready to throw
all of them.
Yep.
That shit is crazy.
All of them.
That's a fact. They
pleasure in that.
Yep. And you I'm a faithful guy, so why are you trying to pierce between us and come between us? They don't care.
They don't care.
So I think it's sometimes loving having what another woman got.
Yep. They know somebody got that real. They want a piece of it.
What's our time, man? I feel like we've been going.
We are almost 2 hours.
Oh man, we
going at it.
They gave him a fire one, I think.
Man,
hey, this was fire. That last topic was probably too real for some people, and we did it without being super graphic.
Right.
Yeah, we did our best.
Yeah, we did our best. It was a fire.
I think we gave him enough.
Yeah, I think we did. I think this shit was fire.
Yeah, I'm finna go eat some garlic Parmesan chicken wings. I'm finna make them.
Happy anniversary, bro.
Man, I appreciate that, y'all.
That's happy anniversary, y'all. 4 years. Love y'all, black love, doing it right, doing it big.
Facts. Yeah, I want, before I get 1 minute, I wanted to say, man, I reflect 2020 been crazy, and a lot of bad stuff happening, and I've I sometimes you want to reflect and be grateful, and I think, like, man, out of my young years I've accomplished a little bit, saying, in my career. I got good relationships with friends, but without a doubt, man, the thing I'm most proud of is my relationship with my wife and my marriage. And when you embrace that and you take that role seriously, which I've had, I know I joke on here, but man, I've had more growth through dealing with my wife and self-reflection than I've ever had. Learned a lot about myself as a man and grew. And what I encourage people to do is I realized a lot of self-analysis and a lot of my flaws and places where I had to mature and grow. And when you get in and it don't even got to be marriage, as y'all know, when you get in a healthy, great relationship, that shit makes you a better man all the way around in ways that no friendship could ever make you a better man. My wife has made me a better man, not more so than any male friendship that I've ever had, because I was forced to grow and build to develop something for her. But then also when you're a man, you understand, especially when you get married and you about to build towards marriage, that you have the responsibility of leading your family. And that's going to eventually, kids are eventually going to be part of that picture. So this one, and I know you know that, Troy, because I know you got your baby girl. You start taking stuff serious and understand that my mental got to be right and mature, because you got people that's going to follow you. And you can't be leading people astray, especially somebody you love. So, man, it's been the best thing ever, man. Super happy. 2020 has been crazy, but I was happy my anniversary came to think about some positivity in the best part of my life, which is my marriage.
Man, salute, bro. Like, I'm let you know, out of all the years I've been, knowing you or whatnot, shit, y'all been a staple part of that, you and Jill. So,
yeah,
salute y'all. I'm happy for y'all. Shit, many more to come.
And I appreciate it. I can't wait to, man. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna do that to y'all. I can't wait. I'm ready. Hey, I ain't gonna say nothing, man.
You said a lot without saying anything.
Yeah, I ain't
I'll
gonna
let
say
you know
nothing.
that,
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. But shit, hopefully, man, I think y'all gonna enjoy it. I mean, it's only right we talk about men being faithful on, like on an anniversary day. It's just ironic, but hey, shit, it's No Bluff Podcast. We got to do it.
They
Hopefully,
gotta give it to them, man.
For sure.
You gotta give their ass a little shitty, a little spicy, so they
We
get
got
engaged. They got engaged.
Yeah.
we got a little loose on this one. I like that. We
Yeah.
got some spice. We dropped some stuff.
Yeah, I think we gave him some heat. I think we gave him some real. We were
Facts.
real honest with him. We got raw with him. No pun intended. But hopefully y'all enjoyed this shit. Yeah. Let us know though. Y'all got to reach out. We got a couple people give us some rebuttals. We want topics, man. Y'all see a topic turn into some heat. We went on for about 40 minutes about one topic right there. So.
And if you hear this and you think it's really worth reaching out, man. We trying to grow. Like I know people say that and people like, no, really just reach out, send a message. You could literally send it, say, I like this topic. Like we appreciate it. Could be 3 words. We trying to grow. And so I know sometimes people hear something like, no. If you hearing this, just send us something. 1 or 2 people, that make a difference. That little encouragement matters. Like I say, like Troy said, we all working regular gigs and we grinding to put this out and try. We be consistent and we could use that.
Right. We need any input. Anything is great. Shit. If you don't like some shit, let us know. Like, y'all wild. Y'all so masculine. Some shit like that. Let us know. If you love it, let us know too. Shit. This is episode 8 of No Bluff Podcast, and we out.
Absolutely.
Peace.